You guys got some audio, huh? You want some audio? Here's some audio. How's that for you? Good morning. Hello. Just fucking with you. Looking at you guys on this side today for some reason, and I flipped my monitors. That's the reason. I don't know why this doesn't seem to be focusing. There we go. I can only stay for an hour today, says Amanda. Well, we will have to enjoy that hour with you, Amanda. Mark, congratulations on your 130 game stream streak. Never change. I'm 51. How would I begin to change, you know? Jeff, your boppy should be on your lap, not on the couch. You know it's because the cleaners put it there yesterday. You're right. And thank you. And know that my wife thanks you. She's constantly yelling at me to use my boppy. Barnett. Wasn't expecting a Halo background today in the podcast. Oh, good. I haven't looked yet. Did Nick use one? Which one was it? It would have been one of the ones we filmed, probably, because I couldn't find the other ones I recorded. Couldn't figure out how I recorded them. So I never turned them in, I don't think. I was supposed to just help with my posture. Keep me from leaning over too far. Boppy, that's just a funny name. It's just like this little pillow that fits around you when you sit in a chair, and it's supposed to just help you with your posture and help you not lean over too far because I have posture problems. A boppy is a similar thing, but you put it in your lap, and then that's what you put your baby in when you feed it. So it's kind of being silly. Then I should get one so I stop slumping over. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. It's a losing battle posture, but I'm trying. Really hard on my... Working really hard on it, riding my bike as well. I'm tongue-tied this morning. I don't know why. I was talking to Emily earlier, and I was getting all tongue-tied. Of course, she's beautiful. Not that you guys aren't, but... You ever do that? You get a little tongue-tied talking to somebody when you're just, like, overcome or overwhelmed by them a little bit? Crazy to genuinely still have that feeling 9 years into a relationship, but it still happens at least 3 times a week for me. Yeah, I'm eating. Every time I talk to female. It's cool that you can still feel it, you know? I'm in chats with my dad. I'm out celebrating my 30th birthday in November, Key West, and maybe catering an offshore fishing day. Hell yeah, Mark. That sounds like an awesome way to turn 30. Thanks for the watch stream there, Gooseballs. 13th of the way to being more like Mark. It's like the new Be Like Mike slogan, be more like Mark. Brief relief. 135. Take that, Mark. Got you by 5, I believe. Good morning, robot score. What's the robot score today? Fraction Man, how you doing this morning, bud? I rarely check the YouTube this early. Happy early birthday. My dad's turning 50 in November. Happy early birthday, Dad. Good morning, Jeff. What's the best card you've pulled in my life? Oh, I don't know. That's a great question. Pulled a few 101s. Been fortunate enough. Pulled some fun stuff on the break show. You know, some expensive stuff on the break show. I don't really know. I'm such a frantic, frenetic collector. I don't know. I did get a card in the mail yesterday that I'm really jazzed about. I could show you guys if you want to do a little show and tell. This is a 1972 Topps Brooks Robinson. Now, Brooks Robinson is one of the 100 greatest players of all time, and I already have 2 Brooks Robinson cards. Two Brooks Robinson cards in my collection. I only need 1, so this will be my 3rd. Actually, my 4th, because I have another one from something else. So, anyway, I really only need 1. But I got the 2 because they were really pretty, and they're both from the 60s. This one's a 72. It's a little later in his career. But I was reading a list of most embarrassing sports card photos of all time, and this was up there, and I was really impressed with it. And I got it in a PSA 4 for pretty cheap. So check this out. Keep in mind, this is one of the 100 best players of all time. I don't know how well that reads on the webcam, but he is in the process of striking out badly and going for one of the greatest players of all time. Just insane. Mark says, I don't think people appreciate enough. I don't think people. I'm so tongue-tied today. I don't think enough people appreciate and marvel that whomever named the Everglades fucking nailed it and got us to use the perfect high fantasy mythical title for a wetland, and that the Everglades lives up to that name historically and is, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful, natural, wondrous places on Earth. Here's to the Everglades, all the way from Belle Isle. They didn't have another photo to use. I mean, one would assume that was somebody's making fun of them or getting revenge on them. Who knows? But yeah, they really did him dirty on that card. My morning hasn't been off to a great start, says Braxton Man. Truck didn't want to start this morning. Had to call my wife for a lift. You mean you got extra time with your wife? That part was nice at least. Since you asked it all. Yeah, going to the Everglades would be cool. I'd like to as well. Andrew versus the Law is the beef, not beef draft. Missed opportunity. What's up, regulation butthole? Never owe a photographer money. Brax got married. Congrats, buddy. This is news to Brax. Everybody, congratulations to Braxton Man on his apparent marriage. Don't let your wife know that, Braxton Man. You're still in the honeymoon phase. Good morning, Rogue Sheep. Did a regulation meatball size ever get agreed on? I don't remember if it did or not, but I would assume so. I think maybe we were going to order meatball subs and then evaluate further. And we just haven't done that. Get married at the end of September? Congratulations. Brax got mail ordered. Man, I got a package yesterday from one of you motherfuckers that, and by the way, my post office, I love them. God bless them. I do. But they did not give me all of the mail when I asked for it. This has been a continuing problem. You know, I've had mail returned because I say I don't pick it up, but they never put the slip in my box. I went there yesterday to get the mail like normal. On Tuesdays, I get it every Tuesday, and I opened up the P.O. box. There were, thank you so much. There were, I don't know, 5 letters and a small package in there. But there's the yellow slip that has your mailbox on it. And you turn that in, and then they go, okay, here's the big packages we have that won't fit into your thing. Sometimes it's one package, like, you know, here you go. Sometimes it's a shopping cart. I think like 6 different occasions you guys have sent me a shopping cart's worth of stuff, and I have to wheel a shopping cart through downtown Austin into a high-rise parking lot, up a couple of flights, then into my car. Then I have to take the shopping cart back, and I love doing it. It's never, it's ridiculous, but it's a lot of fun. It never bothers me. I feel lucky to be able to do that. And anyway, so I was there yesterday, and so I turned it in, the slip in, and she goes, oh, you're finally picking this up, huh? And I go, I don't know what that means. And she looked over to the right, and in the front next to her was this tube that's about like this big around. Does one of you know about this tube? And, oh, congratulations, Mark. 5-year wedding anniversary in September. That's fucking awesome. You guys remind me to I got a Millie story to tell you in a second, too. Anyway, this tube is about this big around. It's a big white tube, and it's maybe 4.5 feet tall, maybe 5. I'm 6 feet, maybe 5 feet tall. It's almost as tall as I am. It's too tall for my car. And she goes, we were about to send that back because you never picked it up. I was like, I'd never seen it before. I was here last Wednesday. You didn't give me a slip on it. And they're like, oh, that's weird. Anyway, I couldn't fit it in my car. I had to like hang it out the window a little bit. This thing is massive. So I don't know what it is you guys got us, but I'm very excited to open it up Monday. Is Millie into Warhammer now? She is not. Millie is in a hotel right now because we've had a very exciting summer for Millie and us. At the exact same time we were moving into our new house, Millie was in the process of getting ready to move into her first like real apartment. She lived in the dorms her freshman year. She fucked up the application for dorms her sophomore year, so we had to scramble and put her in with like a week before school started. We realized this. Put her about 2 weeks before. We had to put her in an apartment that is a dorm, but it's like a non-school affiliated dorm that like multiple students from multiple schools go to. So she's been in that for a year. This, as her going into her junior year, she wanted to have her first real apartment. She found, and we agreed, no, but you don't want to be a junior in the dorms. And so she went out and found a place through school, through some friends, got really excited about it. It was a good deal. It was beautiful. We helped her get it, signed the lease with her roommate. Her roommate's on the lease. She's moving in with a roommate. And ordered her IKEA furniture. She just moved in on the 31st. And last night, so what is today, the 11th? Last night, she sent me a very panicked video that just said, Dad, I don't know what to do. What do I do? And there's a bucket in the bathroom with water dripping into it. And then the camera pans up and the ceiling is coming down. And you can just see a big bubble and sheetrock hanging down. And then 2 minutes later, I get another video of it further down. Anyway, her ceiling caved in her bathroom. Pipe burst or leaked above. They had to get the fire department there because nobody could get in touch with the landlord. Landlord's out of town or something. And so, or the owner. And so they had the fire department had to come and shut the water off and deal with it. And now there's a 1-bedroom apartment, so now she has to be in a hotel for a little bit. And that was her night. That was very wild to go through by proxy. Exactly, Mark. That's what I told her too. I was like, that's a canon first apartment event. And also, she was like, this is insane. This doesn't happen. And I was like, dude, that happened the day Emily and I moved into our last house, the one we were renting. I don't know if I'm sure we talked about it on the podcast, but the fucking day we moved in, we ran the laundry, and an hour later, the ceiling caved into the kitchen, and it was because there was some similar kind of thing. So I was like, it happens. You just are. It's a rite of passage. She wants to be a comedian when she grows up, if she's not a photographer. And I was like, these are the stories that build a comedian's career. Figure out how to make this funny. House problem karma. She's got my bad travel karma as well. She's having some serious problems with airlines this year. She's probably too young to appreciate that she's only renting, so as long as she's safe, it's chill. Exactly. You're like, that's not a problem you're going to have to pay for. That's the best thing in the world. Similar first apartment in college. Toilet turned into a geyser. Yeah. It's a thing. It's like you got to have it. And it's going to happen. Oh, her ceiling in her bathroom caved in. And the upstairs neighbor said that he'd been complaining that the tub is feeling soft for a while. So he's scared it was going to fall through the floor. Come along while they treat lawns today. Sounds good to me, Mr. Toast Bluffin. When I worked in the used video game trade card store, it happened one winter. I just read that like it was the first time I've ever read. We watched the water from the ceiling move closer and closer to the cases with the high value cards. Oh my God, I can't imagine. That's what happened to Achievement Hunter though, right? Like right as they were almost done with the construction, somebody burst a pipe and it flooded that whole fucking place for a year. That thing got screwed. Kylo Watt, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for the sub. Missed a couple of streams. How's it hanging? Good. We've been playing Retro Rewind, Wetwo Rewind, which is run a video store in the 90s simulator, and we are taking a break from it today because Jeff has gotten just a little bit bored with it. I was just speaking to myself in the third person like I'm Ricky Henderson or something. I shouldn't do that because I've gotten a little bored with it, and so I want to do something different today. Just take a break. We're not sure what that's going to be yet, though. We didn't land on anything yesterday. My work truck wouldn't start this morning, and then my toilet overflowed. Jesus. Sprinkler water is very nasty. Yeah. Has the rug come in yet? I haven't seen a rug. So if this is a rug, I mean, that would make sense. It's whatever it is, it's big, and it's rolled up in a tube. So we'll find out Monday. Can we play 82 and 0? Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second to figure this out. I've never done something like this before. Okay. Now I'm going to want to go over here, and actually I'll go over to here. Give me just a second. Let me add a scene. It'll be a browser, I guess. Well, I don't know what I just did, but that didn't do it. What is that getting? I don't know where that cookie acceptance thing is coming from. All right, classic. Wait, is it 82and0.com? Thank you for the subs, Crapsel. Let's try this again. All right. Browser. Right? You just need a browser source. Well, I thought I had a browser source. All right, so it has this cookie thing, but how do I... How about transform... Hold on. Transform, fit to screen. I don't know how to... I can see it. I can't modify it in any way. The fuck am I supposed to... Isn't there a browser on the Xbox? Oh, that sounds brutal. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Was it Edge? What is the You thought it was already downloaded? Oh, was it? Maybe it was. That would make sense. Captures. Oh, yeah, Edge. There you go. I just don't know. You can tell how often I use it. Okay. What was it? 82 and 0. That's not what I searched for. Let's try that again. 82. Stop. This is so fucking stupid to use. I wish I could. 82. I don't know how to. There. There we go. Okay. Which one is it? Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I don't know which game it is I'm supposed to play. Draft by memory and test your ball knowledge, or draft with full player stats available. Classic or Hoop IQ if you don't want to see the stats. Hoop IQ, I don't want to see the stats. Okay. So I pick a team from Atlanta from the 1960s. Or that's what the default is. Okay. Beeford giving Andrew a sub. That's very nice of you. Hey, I'm starting your book, Must Love. I was going to do it yesterday, but I got so fucking slammed. I ended up driving all over town yesterday. I spent like 5 hours in my car yesterday. Okay. 4. It was a little hyperbole. 4 hours in my car yesterday. Okay, here we go. Well, that's nice. All right, Boston in the 90s. Probably the darkest time for Boston. Definitely in my lifetime. Thinking we're going to go with Antoine Walker so far. We could catch the very end. I don't remember how this works. Are you getting their stats, their best stats, or their stats at this point in their career? Right? Like, I'm not getting Kevin McHale. I'm getting the very end of Kevin McHale. How does that work? I need to get some kind of a ruling on this before we go. Are stats considered in this mode? Or there's Reggie Lewis right there. Like I could draft Paul Pierce here, but I could draft Larry Bird. Obviously, I would draft Larry Bird over Paul Pierce. But if I'm getting the last year of broken back Larry Bird, can we move the chat? Yeah, sure. Is that better? And me too, huh? Is that all better? I'm on mobile just like y'all. Okay, so So, right, I have to deal with their stats from the 90s. I don't care. I'm still picking Larry Bird. I'm still picking Larry Bird. Stupid. And he's going to be our. Adjust chat opacity or make it smaller. I can turn it off. I think I have to go into another fucking program to. I got trash chat. I got chat's fine. I knew this chat was gonna be fucking divisive as soon as we decided to do it. I turned it on lighten on blending mode. See what that does. I don't know. All right. Anyway. All right. So we've got Larry Bird in our small forward. All right. Golden State Warriors from the 70s. Who can I get here that I recognize? Be honest with you, I don't have a ton of basketball knowledge. JoJo White. Okay. Never mind. Feeling pretty good about that. JoJo White or Robert Parrish. Now we're talking. Like, there we go. Where'd the fucking thing go? I hate this. Okay. No, do I want JoJo White or Robert Parrish? If I get Robert Parrish. Oh, come on. I should get Robert Parrish, right? I'm just making the Celtics. Where did he go? Okay. Well, obviously he's going to play Celtic. He's going to play center. Denver in the 20s. Okay. I wonder who I should pick. I can pick Jeff Green, Uncle Jeff, as he's known. I can pick Monte Morris, Paul Millsap. He was real tough on the that Hawks run he had. Russell Westbrook, his triple double machine. I can't pick Joker. Can I move Robert Parrish? Is there no way to move? Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, fuck. I've fucked myself. It's gonna have to be Jamal Murray then. Wow. And he'll be our shooting guard. I need a power forward. Or a point guard. Well, I've got Derek Fisher. Let's see. Who else can I get? I can't pick Kobe Bryant. You know what? I'm going to turn this chat off. No, I'm going to leave it on. Can I pick Shaq as a power forward? No? Ty Lue. All right, what am I going to do here? Oh, this fucking sucks. Derek Fisher. I could catch the end of Horace Grant. Oh, man, that sucks. I don't want Lamar Odom. Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol. It's Pau Gasol. That's all I can do. All right. Because now I'm rewarded with Anthony Hardaway as my point guard. Bingo. We're not going to go 59 and 23. 59 and 23. That's almost a 60-win team with an ancient Larry Bird, Pau Gasol right before he breaks down, Robert Parrish before he's ascended, Jamal Murray at his prime, and Anthony Hardaway at his prime. Damn. All right, we're going to do this again, but I want to get some more coffee first. Is it okay? Are you guys enjoying this? Is this okay? Let me trying to draft a team and go 82-0. Yeah. Let me be right back. Man, let me tell you, having Joker, Kobe, and Shaq come up all in their primes and not being able to fucking select them was brutal. Tell you what, I'm going to turn chat. No. Just got to make a commitment. No. Yeah. Well, we're just going to go to another page. Okay. Let's. How do we go back? Or just play again? Is it going to play again? Okay. Just go home. Actually fucking do something. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. It's got to be Hoop IQ. I hope you guys, by the way, I hope you guys are okay with this for the next 2 fucking hours. Because I am hooked. And I'm making the decision to turn the chat off. There we go. Needs to be clean. Okay. New Reacher and new Ted Lasso today. There you go. All right, here we go. You got bored in 30 minutes of the football one? Well, maybe I'll get bored of this one too. We'll see. Got my boppy in place, though. Okay. Toronto in the 90s. Charles Oakley, Chauncey Billups, Damon Stoudemire, the wrong side of D. Brown, Ed Pinkney, John Sally, any of you guys, the end of John Sally probably, any of you guys, Marcus Camby, big Toronto in the 90s fans? Well, here's the question. Do you pick Tracy McGrady or do you pick Vince Carter? I think you got to go with Vince Carter, right? T-Mac was amazing in a window, but I think you got to go with Vince. And you consider yourself very, very lucky to have him as your small forward. Yeah, that's the nice thing about basketball, and I think what sets it apart from some of the other sports is that the barrier to entry is lower. You don't need any special equipment outside of a ball, and you can play it in your yard by yourself. Baseball, it's tough to play catch alone, but you can do it. Football is almost impossible. You get prime Vince Carter too. Golden State in the 60s. Well, this is just going to be me picking any character I recognize. Any person I recognize. Hubie White, Kenny Sears. God, I wish I was. Oh, I'll go ahead and pick Wilt Chamberlain. Oh, God, just pick him. Right, it's Wilt Chamberlain. Wongus, you've been a moderator for 6 months. Wongus, thank you so much for your moderation help. If there's anything I can do for you, you just let me know. We're in a pretty good spot here. We have mod anniversaries. Well, some of you do. Wongus does. Okay. Houston in the 90s. Houston in the 90s. Well, we've got Avery Johnson, of course. We've got Byron Dinkins. We've got Charles Barkley. We got Houston Charles. Do I want Houston Charles? Do I want Houston Clyde? I do not want Houston Clyde. I do not want Eddie Johnson. I cannot pick Akeem Olajuwon. But that's okay, because I have Wilt fucking Chamberlain. Although Akeem Olajuwon should be able to play power forward. Whatever. I guess he can't. He's the ultimate center. Fuck. I could get Robert Horry or Sam Cassell. Fuck. I like the podcast. Thank you, Jeff, for making Fuckface. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Thank you, Valinkus, for listening to it. Yeah, the dream at the floor would be crazy. Listen, if you were made a manager without knowing how to manage, you got to learn how to delegate. I have a personal soft spot for Sam Cassell. Robert Horry is like the ultimate glue guy, and I could fit him in at. Actually, I think I'd have to fit him in at shooting guard. Could I do that? No, I'd have to put him in at small forward, power forward. I don't. Yeah, he doesn't make sense as shooting guard. I don't want. I mean, I guess I'd be getting the best of Kenny. Yeah, it might be Kenny. I'm in the wrong side of Clyde. Oh, I'll pick Barkley. Fuck it. I'll take fucking old Barkley. How you gonna say no to that? I forgot about him. Charlotte 09s, and I can't pick Alonzo Mourning. God damn it, because I just filled my power forward. Man, the immediate ramifications. I'm not even going to look at the players that I can't pick from this team. Fucking Eddie Johnson again. They really want to shove Eddie Johnson down my throat. Hersey Hawkins, Johnny Newman, Kendall Gill, Kenny Anderson at point guard. Oh. Well, let me look at the list first. Rex Chapman. Yeah, I'm picking Grandmama. I'm picking Grandmama at the shooting guard. Okay. Now, this is a pretty good fucking team. Houston in the 70s. Okay. That guy's name is Dick Gibbs. It's probably going to be John Lucas. Oh. John Lucas or Mike Dunleavy. We go 65 and 17. We got a dynasty. 65 and 17. Not bad. I'd like to play it again. Okay. I'd like to be able to... Oh, build another. That's probably what I want to do. What aren't we dwelling on, Valinkus? Good morning, T800 Rad. I'm going to do at least one more. I could do this all day long. I don't want to bore you guys, but I want to at least... I want to see if I can get to... what was that, 62? I want to get to 70 wins. No worries, Drew. Real world always takes priority. You got to take care of what you got to take care of. Mark censored him for supporting Andrew. Oof. Archbishop, thank you so much. All right, let's kick this fucker off. This isn't boring at all. Well, okay. I don't know why I can't trust you guys when you say that. All right, here we go. Here's what I'm thinking. I'll walk you guys through my thoughts as I go. Avery Johnson, maybe. Bruce Bowen's all right. Damon Stoudemire. Danny Fair. Oh. I'm getting 2000s David Robinson. I think I'm probably going to go with Ime Udoka, Houston Rockets coach. Ime Udoka. Yeah. Or fuck Manu Ginobili. Hate him. There's Robert Horry again, 7-time NBA champion Robert Horry, I believe. The ultimate glue. Probably going to go with Tim Duncan. And I'm going to make him the ultimate power forward. Good fucking luck. Good fucking luck going up against the big fundamental in the power forward slot because you don't even know who's standing behind him at center. You don't even understand the rim protection that we're going to have and the spacing. Oh, boy. Elvin Hayes. Hank Finkel. Elvin Hayes. Pat Riley. Rick Edelman. Probably gonna go with Elvin Hayes in the center. Okay. I'm on Andrew's side more often than not, honestly. You know what, Drew? I was on Andrew's. I decided I was going to be on Andrew's side the entire episode of the last episode, and it was so much fun. It's a fun side to be on. I genuinely don't think it has to be in theaters. It doesn't bother me at all. Utah in the 10s. Boris Diaw. I can definitely understand why it would be an issue, but me personally don't care. All right. Damari Carroll had a moment. I can get Donovan Mitchell. I can get Utah Donovan Mitchell. Damn, that means I could have got Utah Rudy Gobert. I could get Utah. Nobody wants. Where am I going to put Gordon Hayward? Small forward? I think it's Roger Bell. Ricky Rubio had a moment. Thabo Cephalosha. I think it's pretty clearly going to be a Donovan Mitchell selection for us. And we're going to slot him in as our point guard. Toronto 90s again. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and grab Vince Carter as our shooting guard. So we need a little bit of height, small forward, I think. Orlando in the 2000s. Admiral Schofield. That sucks about the Shaq of it all. Okay. I could get Franz. Get Noah Penda. I have so many I keep every time I pull an auto from this year's basketball, it's a Noah Penda auto. If Noah Penda ever takes off and becomes a huge NBA star, I'm gonna be able to retire just on the 6 Noah Penda autos I have. I cannot stop getting his fucking auto. Franz Wagner. Okay. That's our team. We're going 70 and 12. 63 and 19. Is that our record? 63 and 19? We got to get to 70. I don't think it was ever agreed in theaters, honestly. I think it was just said, see the movies. And I also think that we knew ahead of time that Andrew wasn't going to the theater to see those movies. So I don't know why anybody would be surprised. I never for 1 second thought that Andrew was seeing all those movies in the theater. And because of that, I didn't give a shit if any of the other guys were as well. Okay, here we go. 70-win team right here. Dick Cunningham. Dick Gibbs again. Elvin Hayes. Goo Kennedy. John Lucas. Moses Malone. All right, it's probably going to be Moses Malone, but let's see. Rick Barry would be good. Rudy Tomjanovich. God, these guys all ended up being coaches. I think we're going to go with Moses Malone. I feel pretty good about that. Solid fucking center there. Okay. Dude, you want goats, Valiant Vanner? I went on a bike ride after the stream yesterday. Great bike ride, by the way. It wasn't too hot for some reason, and really pushed myself trying to add muscle. Are you playing Black Ops 2 at all? No, should I be? What's going on with Black Ops 2? Chat's too entertaining today. Chat's entertaining every day. Anyway, I was on a hike and bike trail yesterday, and it's goat season. And I saw so many fucking goats yesterday. They do this thing every summer when the trail starts to get out of control, especially with invasive stuff like poison oak, poison sumac, poison ivy, that stuff. They fence off areas and they bring in like a group of like 40 goats. And they just, in the span of like 2 weeks, they clear the whole fucking trail out. And they were going to town on it yesterday. Moses Malone was mentioned in Aqua Teen Hunger Force as a generic basketball name. That's funny. Anyway, it was really cool, Vanner. I'm going to see him. I'm going to go for a bike ride after this, so I'll see him again today. Man, I got so much done yesterday. I was so productive. I busted my ass yesterday. I did stuff I didn't even plan to because I was in such a rhythm that I can take it easy today. If they bring in hogs after the roots, I don't think they do that. I think they just stick with the. Okay, Orlando in the 2000s. I could get Big Ben Wallace at power forward. Although he and Moses Malone, I feel like, are duplicative in their skills. And I think we do need, I think they're both great centers. I don't know that they make a good center power forward combo. It'd be interesting to see. Same with Dwight Howard. Grant Hill. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. Grant Hill. Let's see who else we got. Dude, remember when Mike Miller's shoe fell off? The end of Patrick Ewing. You guys remember when Patrick Ewing played for Orlando? I didn't either. Do you guys remember when Sean Kemp played for Orlando? I didn't either. Steve Francis. T-Mac again. Wrong T-Mac, though. I'm going to go with... Who did I say I was going to go with? I was going to go with... Oh, Marcin Gortat. I'm going to go with Grant Hill, right? That's what I was going to go with. Let's do that. And we're going to put him at shooting guard. Maybe I should have put him at small forward. Brief Relief. Thank you for the sub. Well, I'm sure Drew appreciates it. Appreciates it too. It's fucking tongue-tied. Beef Not Beef Draft was like feuds. I think it was all feuds. I think that's kind of what the initial intent behind it was. I thought about doing like Impossible Meat or whatever, but it just, I don't know. I got into the idea of feuds, and that was fun. Okay. Philly in the 70s. Who do I know from Philly in the 70s? Freddie Boyd, Hal Greer. Hal Greer. Probably go with Dr. J. Let's keep looking. Mo Cheeks. Mike Dunleavy. Everybody became a coach. Okay. Wow. Dr. J. Dr. J and Grant Hill together. That's interesting. Golden State Warriors from the 70s. God damn it. I already have Moses Malone. So there goes that. Dave Gamby. JoJo White again. I think it might have to be JoJo White this time. Yeah, JoJo White it is. I'm happy with that. Our point guard is the JoJo White. Okay. So now we just have to draft a power forward and then find out if we have... Can I get Kevin Durant? Fuck you. Fuck you. 57 and 25 with Dr. J and Kevin Durant and Moses Malone. Fuck. Are you fucking serious? That I'd like to contest that record. We got to keep going until we get there. Until we get to at least 70 wins. Orlando in the 2000s. Okay, I'm going to take Shaq. Can I not take Shaq? Oh, I guess he played in the 90s. Fuck me. All right, well, let's see who we got. Zaza Pachulia, Ty Lue. I'll just start at the top. All right, Big Ben Wallace. You know what? Fuck it. I'll probably take Dwight Howard. This is Superman era Dwight Howard. Yeah. This is him at the height. He was unfucking stoppable. We'll put him at the center. I know what you guys are thinking. That was a brilliant move. Yeah. Now, who do we pick? I don't know. Probably Allen Iverson, I'm thinking, for our point guard. Yeah. Detroit in the 20s. Asar Thompson would be Cade, I guess, is what we're going to be working with here. Let's look through, though. Dude, Dennis Jenkins, I like a lot. I think it's definitely going to be Cade. Beef Stew. Where'd he go? Atlanta? Is that right? Javonte Green. Ex-Celtic. I mean, I know the answer is... Yeah. Yeah, there's just... It's got to be. Okay. That's actually pretty good. I'll take that. I'll take Cade Cunningham as my shooting guard. Some good height in the guard position. He's like 6'8", I think. Beef Stew went to Memphis. That's right. That's a good place for him to go. I don't know what that team's identity is anymore, but if it continues to be the grit and grind, then he'll fit in really well. Milwaukee in the 2000s. Well, who do we think we go for here? I'm thinking maybe Glenn Robinson. Fuck Keith Bogans. Richard Jefferson. Tony Kukoc. God, it's the end of Tony Kukoc, though. Do you want that? That's rough. This is rough. Wish there was like a do-over. Yeah. Glenn Robinson? This is real tough. I think I'm going to go Glenn Robinson. Yeah, I guess so. Small forward, Glenn Robinson. Yeah, but re-rolling it seems to kind of like, I don't know. You just re-roll it forever, you know? And then we came down to this anyway. I'm going to go with Bill Hewitt. $55 and $27. Interesting. All right. Doesn't seem like... Oh, you can only reroll a few times? Well, maybe. All right. Philadelphia in the 20s. We'll go with... Can I pick Jaylen Brown yet? That'd be funny if I could. No. Okay, we're gonna go with Joel Embiid, obviously. Feel pretty good about that. Detroit in the 80s. Okay. I'll go ahead and take, oh, I don't know, Isaiah fucking Thomas, the greatest point guards of all time. Minnesota in the O's. Who was a good Timberwolf in the O's? Oh, I don't know. Probably Kevin Garnett, the greatest power forward of all time. One of top two. I guess Tim Duncan probably be. Edge him out. Boston 60s. I can't pick Bill Russell. God damn it. I can't pick Bob Cousy. I'll probably pick Hondo then. See, nice thing about the Celtics is even though I'm locked out of like Bill Russell, I still have Tommy Heinsohn, I still have Sam Jones, and I still have John fucking Havlicek, who's going to be our shooting guard. Feel great about that. Portland in the 10s. Oh. Can I get... There's a lot of good players on there that I can't get. Mo Harkless, Pat Connaughton. Give me a break. Well, this would be where I would re-roll, but it feels like it's against the spirit of what I've already done. So I'm gonna pick Gerald Wallace. Am I gonna pick Gerald Wallace? I'm gonna pick Gerald Wallace. Fuck, close. All right, we gotta eke out 3 more wins, and then we can move on to something else. I love Perth. It was such a cool place. We had such a good time there. Dallas. Okay. Put Luka at our small forward, yeah. Yeah. Small list. Team. So team or era? Team or era? Let's do team. No, let's do era. Just see. Okay. Yeah. It would have been cool to take Oscar, but you can't pass up Kareem. Cleveland in the 90s. That's rough. I might pick Larry Nance. That's a bummer. Oof, Sacramento anytime, huh? Who's the best player? I'm not picking De'Aaron. De'Aaron Fox was an All NBA player, I believe, on this team though. His fall came after. All right, picking Hallie. Who? Come on, I gotta get somebody. Okay, Rod Strickland it is. Easy peasy. Feel good about that. little light in the Larry Nance in the power forward section, but we still won 70 games. There you go. We did it. A little 82-0 action for us. Let's do it on easy mode. All right. Los Angeles Clippers in the 1980s. Okay. This is my childhood. Looking at Cedric Maxwell, maybe. Benoit Benjamin. Bill Walton. Yeah, right? That's prime Bill Walton. Wait, let me look. Where was it? Which Bill Walton am I getting? 11 points per game, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. That might be post-Celtics Walton. I don't know if he retired a Celtic or if he kept playing after. Ricky Pierce, Kenny Fields. Henry Bibby. I guess we picked Terry Cummings as our small forward. Hello, Mr. Jeff. Hello, Mr. Big Johnny 51. Hello, Denver from the 90s. We get Fat Lever. I mean, we could get fucking Dikembe Mutombo. Dallas in the 80s. Oh, who did Dallas have in the 80s? Rolando Blackman. Sam Perkins. Yeah. We'll probably go with Rolando Blackman in our shooting guard role. Washington in the 70s. Elvin Hayes, I would think. Who wants to sex Mutombo? D'Angelo Russell? No. Patrick Beverly? No. Bones? I mean, that's the wrong Austin Rivers. I guess I'm picking this version of D'Lo. Wow. Really not jazzed about that. Well, let's do that again. We still on board with this? We're still okay with this? I'm not boring the shit out of you guys? You guys, you're doing your own thing. Bones is an objectively funny word and concept. I agree. Thanks for the follow. All right, last one here. Orlando in the 20s. Paolo Banchero it is. What an interesting team. 55-win team, maybe? 62-win team. All right, one more. I think that'll be enough. Brooklyn in the 20s. We're picking Kevin Durant. We're always picking Kevin Durant. Denver in the 80s. Kiki Vanderway. I guess I pick Alex English, though. No, really, last one, guys. I'm serious. Yeah. I'm probably taking Fat Lever, honestly, at the shooting guard position. Oh, Lakers what? Lakers are being sold. What? Is this fucking real? The Lakers are being sold to Josh Kushner and Bob Iger for a record-breaking price of $12 billion. Didn't the Lakers just get sold? Like a year ago? Josh Kushner, isn't that Jared Kushner's brother? I guess I'm going to be listening to some emergency sports podcasts today. That's crazy. Family owned for like, what, forever? 70 years? And then sold again in the span of like 2 years? God damn. What we swearing about? Sidney Moncrief. Oh no. Nah, we'll do another. My bones are sore and need a move. Hell yeah. That's insane. That's absolutely insane. I'm picking Elvin Hayes. It's my power forward. Oh. I'm going to pick LeBron James as my small forward. I'm going to pick Damian Lillard as my point guard. I'm going to pick Moses Malone as my center. And Stephon Starberry as my shooting guard. And that's a 70-win team. Yeah. Yeah. That is absolutely a 70-win team. So It hasn't been 2 years, right? It wasn't even, or hasn't even been a full year. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Apparently, they were involved in expansion efforts in Vegas, but pivoted. Yeah, I think that expansion may not be coming. I'm not sure. You should check out Voices of the Void. It's free and a fantastic game. All right, I'll check it out. Can the Kushners fuck off already? No kidding. Sports and video games are buying. I wonder if they bought the Lakers after LeBron left on purpose to get the franchise on sale, essentially. LeBron left the Lakers because they weren't going to re-sign him. Like, the Lakers were ready to move on from LeBron. That was a mutual decision, I think. But I think it was just as much, if not even more, on the Lakers than LeBron's. Longest trying to get Jeff Gott. Longest, you son of a bitch. I mean, a sports franchise is an incredible way to make legitimate money. They don't need to funnel anything. They're making money hand over fist owning one of the most valuable entertainment properties in America. There's alien cat girls in Voices of the World. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. We'll ignore that. Maybe the next one. Should I update all of my domain controllers to Windows Server 2025? I can't believe you haven't already. Honestly, I don't know what you've been doing. Just as the newest episode and have perspective on Andrew's online order situation. I used to work for Best Bleep, both in loss prevention and warehouse, loss prevention and warehouse, loss prevention and warehouse. I can confidently say that whoever goofed up at the store probably got fired. But as far as Best Bleep is concerned, that loss is already written off and nothing would change, even if Andrew ended up reaching out and disclosing the mistake, and it wouldn't make a difference. Well, there you go. I keep asking customers if they are a G or a J, Jeff, and they get upset every time. I had a lady ask why I would ask that, and I told her without thinking that the regulation spelling of it. That's really funny. One day you're going to make somebody so happy when they go, gee, nobody's ever asked me that before. I don't know where Los Preventon is, but I want a vacation there. It sounds like maybe a quiet beach community, Los Preventon. You said it. Well, yeah. But I didn't invent the location. Could be a new restaurant. Well, people were saying I should play the Abiotic Factor game too. I do have that as well. Got about an hour left. We could play another game. I could keep going with the fucking 82-0. I just don't know. I don't know. That's what we're considering at the moment, but the only downside is I see a bunch of comments online that there are issues if you run mixed Windows server versions 2019, 2022 alongside 2025 domain controllers. We need to spin and replace all the DCs ASAP, and we have 20 in our environment. Yeah. Been there. Los Preventon is an old Spanish mission town that underwent a resurgence in the 80s and the 90s. Now it gets most of its money from tourism. Thank you, Trenchy McTrenchcoat. I appreciate that. That makes sense. Or you could migrate to Entra ID, which is what Marnette thinks. I don't know if I agree, but maybe I do. What do you want to do? I don't know. I don't know. I never know what I want to do. My used Doc Martens got delivered. I hear the quality in those things has really gone downhill over the years, and if you want to wear them now, you need to find vintage. I used to wear them a lot in the 90s, but I haven't put a pair on my feet in probably 25 years. Okay, Nick. You guys are the best. I like world building for fake locations. Absolutely. Any chance we get an illegal stream tomorrow? No, I don't think so. Maybe this week, but probably not tomorrow. Well, we'll just see how much we record for regulation. Never say never, I guess. But what's today? I don't even know. Is today Tuesday? Wednesday? Is today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. What the fucking, where'd this week go? Okay. Maybe an illegal stream sometime this afternoon or tomorrow afternoon, but probably not. But maybe. Why no break show on Monday? I was we put out the word on socials, but I had to go to the doctor. It's quiet again in the house. Hell yeah. Congratulations, C. Scott. Yeah, I had to get the butt camera. All right. Let's Interesting. I don't know what's pulling that. Oh, it's books. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, right. We're on the Xbox. I was trying to figure out the. I'm so stupid. Okay. Here, let's get everything back to normal. You know, we could fuck with is Power Wash 2. I did download all the DLC for it. Could do the Star Wars, maybe? See what that's like? Been a while since we played this. Yeah, there's DLC. I've been waiting. Achievements aren't too bad. Oh, shit. What are the achievements here? So we're at the Lars Homestead. Just complete it. In the Lars Homestead job, spray Luke's T-16 Skyhopper while standing on the EG-6 power droid. Okay. I'm going to find that EG-6 power droid. Is that you? Did that do it? What was I doing again? I didn't even should fucking pay attention. Okay. Complete the EG-6 power droid T-16 Skyhopper. That seems like a ship. T-16 Skyhopper. Anybody see a T-16 Skyhopper anywhere? It's a toy. Yeah, I figure it's a toy. I just don't know where it is in the alcove. Let's see. Is it over here? There's a toy in the alcove. Up there? I remember how to play this game. Guess so. Probably could see it from here. Oh, the drove needs to be okay. Thank you. Needs to be clean so it can walk around. Man, I do not. What do you need 2 hands for? Oh, wait, what? Okay. And how do you... How is it to... Sorry, I'm trying to... There we go. It's all coming back to me. After I get this achievement, I'll open it up for multiplayer if anybody wants to come in. Just knock this out of the way first. And how did I do that before? There we go. My wife's going nuts with a printer over here. Bonked into it. Okay. Move, little guy. It really feels like this. I can't tell if that's... That is pink, right? Yeah. Ah. You have to stay on them. You can't just ride them. You have to walk with them. That's great. I wish you would take me with him. I don't see this toy in an alcove. Come on, little buddy. Left. It's in the room. Is it in here? Oh, yeah, there it is, huh? Yeah. Okay. All right. There we go. Wish I'd remembered when Andrew was here. Y'all, I've been reading a manga called Dinosaur Sanctuary. What if Jurassic Park was a competent zoo? Huh. Why do I feel safe at regulation? Why are we talking about why I feel safe at regulation? How do I make multiplayer happen? There we go. Room code 1348059. Room code 1348059. Room code 1348059. Anybody wants to power wash with me? I wonder how many levels are included in this. I assume it's more than just this. I assume I paid more than... I'm getting more than one level for the $9 I paid for this or whatever. Are you power washing Star Wars Land at Disney? I think so, yeah. The Millennium Falcon better be included. Yeah, I agree. I want to clean Vader's TIE Fighter. I just thought his was the fucking coolest ship in the whole game. Even better than the Slave one. Man, I haven't played this game in a minute. Oh, do you guys want me to raise the... It's, here. Can you hear this? How about that? Is that better? About like that. I can raise it some. Disney changed it to Boba Fett ship. Well, sure. Ah. Track lighting. Wonder if these are incandescent or LED. Never thought about what kind of lighting they had on Mos Eisley. Speaking of moss. Oof. Dirty in here. What are you doing out there? God, you know what I kind of want to do? Not ready yet. But I kind of want to go back to that fucking library game and use magic. But we'll do that. We'll finish Rewind before we do that. I feel like we've got a ways to go there. It's not getting clean. It is. With Magic, it's super quick. Yeah, there's an achievement to beat it in 3 hours, right? Oh, nice. Somebody's joining. Nobody has to play with me. I'm happy to play by myself. I just open it up just in case anybody wanted to come in, because people have in the past, but I'm totally happy to play by myself. I'm an only child. I'm good at that. Is it until the AT-AT? Okay. All right. I am Wolfrin. What's up? Man, I'm gonna eat some fucking breakfast today. What do I? I think I have cereal. If you get only one cereal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Honey Nut Cheerios. I gotta be honest, that wouldn't even make my top 20. Apple Jacks, CTC, Frosted Flakes, Corn Pops, Cinnamon Toast. Oh, CTC Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Fruity Pebbles, that'd be close for me. Reese's Puffs, Raisin Bran. Maybe I go start 8th grade this morning. What song should I have played to pick her up this afternoon? Oh, geez, Dance Dad. That's a great question. Are you trying to embarrass her or have a poignant moment with her? I don't know. 8th grade. Wow. Last year in middle school. Fruity Pebbles before they get soggy. Cornflakes. You can add whatever you want to your cereal. Yeah, of course. If you want to pick a base cereal that you can modify really well, that's, I think that's totally acceptable. Song of the day. Probably. I'll find a better way someday. It's a good... You could play School's Out by Alice Cooper and be like, this is what you're look forward to this. The countdown to this begins. Man, I hated school. I'm not the worst. Ugh. All right. I do love Fruity Pebbles. They're in my top 4 cereals of all time. But I think I might have to pick... Golden Grams are good. I don't know if I'd want to eat them every day. Or only them. I think maybe it's Captain Crunch. It's a good basic cereal. Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries. I think that might be my pick. I can't see myself getting tired of it. Although I don't get... Frosted Mini Wheats are good, too. I don't get tired of those. I think I'm going to go with Captain Crunch. With Crunch Berries. Normal Crunch Berries, not the Texas-sized ones that have come up in conversation recently. Get out of here. Get out of here. Frosted Rice Krispie Treat cereal is definitely consumable as the Mandarin Orange. Tricks are for rabbits. Fruity Pebbles, so good. They do get soggy fast, though. Oops All Berries, not Oops All Berries. Those are good, but not. You're missing the basic Captain Crunch of it all, which is such a solid fucking cereal. It's like somebody took a shit in the corner. Okay. Getting pretty close on this room, huh? Whoa, it goes back in here too? Dang. This place is bigger than I thought. Oh. What is a kitchen, I assume? Space kitchen. What fucking happened? It looks like a kitchen you walk into in Fallout 4. Where you just go, a lot of people died in this room. Man, I really hope that the bike trail is as nice today as it was yesterday. As soon as I was done streaming, and we streamed long yesterday, but as soon as I was done, I hit the trail, and it was, first off, empty. Like, dead-ass empty. And it was not too hot. Pretty breezy. I was surprised. It was one of the best rides I've had in a long time. Hope I can get lucky enough to repeat today. Whatever happened to you and Emily playing Fallout 4? She beat it. It's on stream. It's on the VODs on YouTube. She found Baby Sean and said, I'm done with this game. I'm no longer interested in it. And we considered it beat. Because we got exactly as far as she wanted to get. A kid got sick on the school bus one morning and ruined Captain Crunch for me forever. That sucks. But I understand. I've been there. So I can't have yogurt. I was the kid that got sick, but they made me eat yogurt, and I didn't like yogurt, and I threw it up, but I threw it up in kindergarten. I threw it up we were painting, and I threw it up all over my painting, and then I got scared, and I turned, and because I turned, I didn't realize that I threw up all over the girl next to me and her painting, and it was hideous. And my mom had to come and give me a change of clothes, and I couldn't go home. I had to spend the rest of the day there, even though I threw up with different clothes, and I felt bad, and I felt like everybody was mad at me, and that everybody hated me because I threw up, and I was like, why did you make me eat yogurt? I said I didn't like it, and they never made me eat yogurt again. You should have showed them. Oh, God. Showed them my lunch. It was terrible. I felt so sick. And I was so embarrassed. I remember being so embarrassed and felt like I was in so much trouble. Like I had done something wrong. You know, it's so funny to be a kid. You just like, I guess it's the same as an adult. I feel the same way as an adult half the time. In trouble for shit that I have no reason to be in trouble for. Get in there. Clean that shit. What are you doing? It's kind of hard to get into some of these spots. Ah, there we go. Just hang out under here. Same reason I can't read kiwis, says King Chadley. I told my babysitter I didn't like it after trying a bite, and she pushed me to eat half. There was maybe a half an hour after the other kids were done. She settled on me taking one more bite. I did it. I brought my plate. She said, see, that wasn't so bad. And then I proceeded to throw up on her feet. 27 years of trauma. Froed up like a kid. Yeah. I can't drink rum anymore because of how fucked up I got on my wedding night. Dang, Mark. I was never a huge fan of rum. Too sweet. But I had a similar experience with tequila when I was in the Army. When I was a kid. I was like 19. Can't drink tequila to this day. Over 30 years. I had a problem with tequila for a long time. I got over it. I ate a whole jar of olives as a 3-year-old. Yeah, the throwing up part sucks, but you know you're gonna. It's the same reason I hate running, because the army, they made us run till we threw up, and so like anytime I run, I think I am gonna have to throw up at the end of it, even though that's totally in control of that. No, I'm back on pastrami again. It took a while, but I'm back on it. But I'm not on it like I was before. Like I don't feel the same way about it as I did before, which is sad. 3 months sober. Congratulations, Wilgus. That's awesome. That is fucking fantastic. Congratulations. You have 100 days like in sight right now. You're triple digits, right? Like literally right around the corner. You should be so fucking proud of yourself. I've always struggled with throwing up. Can't get myself to do it. It sucks. I told if you haven't listened to the podcast yet, which, it's pretty early, I imagine you wouldn't. I told a throw up story in today's podcast that just happened to me. Like last Saturday, I think it was. Just out of nowhere. A 10-year streak of not throwing up, man, that would be, I can't imagine. I'd like to go a year without throwing up. I just don't have a non-throw up kind of lifestyle, unfortunately. Even in a post-drinking world, I still throw up a lot. We always have the best conversations on these streams. What did you guys talk about today? Cereal and puke, mostly. When in doubt, force it out. It's always a good idea to throw up. It is short-term pain for long-term gain. Doesn't make it fun. Doesn't make it any easier. But it is always... When in doubt, puke it out. I mean, it is always, I feel like, the answer. Unfortunately. Dirty bowl. Get off, fuck. Thank you. God, it's real It's fun to play this game again. I forgot that I went through that phase where I played the first one and the second one back to back. Ton on stream, but way more off stream as well. This was my game for a while. Man, I love the state of... I don't want to say I love Game Pass, but I love the state of gaming where you can play a game, kind of do everything there is to do in it, move on, and then 6 months later, go back and go like, I wonder what's going on. Oh, it's all new. They've added another, 5 hours worth of stuff for me to do in it, and I get to enjoy it all over again. And then forget about it for a while and come back and do it again in another 6 months. That part of gaming is pretty cool these days. I feel like nothing's ever done, you know? There's always some reason or enticement to go back. Okay. Feeling pretty good. Are there any good arcades in Austin? There's a bunch of arcades in Austin. Yeah. There's a bunch of arcades in Austin, and there's also there's a pinball club you can join now that Eric found. But there's a place called Cidercade. There's pinballs. There's like multiple locations of pinballs. There's a arcade UFO. There's ones I'm not even thinking of. Yeah, there's Blazer Tag for sure. Japanese arcade. Yeah. In Japan, I went to a bunch in Tokyo. Cool place, that Tokyo. Love to go back someday. Love to take Emily. I took Millie one year, and I'd love to take Emily because I think she would really be blown away. Okay. Oh, I remember how to play, kind of. That's cool. Kind of remember how to play. My coworker has been to Japan twice in a couple of years and told me I need to go. Yeah, it's really fantastic. Is Viking's stepdaughter still on Big Brother, or was she voted out already? I don't know what that means. I gave one of Eric's buddies a PNG version of my resume yesterday during the live stream, so I'm 90% sure Eric now has access to my email and phone number. What a childless conversation. It's an Eric stream thing. Totally understand. You guys got a whole deal going on over there. It's a whole different world. God, this is the ultimate just one more game. Ugh, this and that library game. Just impossible to stop. Keep meaning to look away and check the chat, and I just keep going like, hey, there's a little bit more of the... Can I get this? Well, I gotta hit it from this angle so it dings. There you go. But I got the other two to ding still. There we go. I'm good. I'd love an experience in onsen, but I don't know if Tattoo's bad thing is actually legit. I think it's actually legit, yeah. I hang out for the pre-wrestling stuff, then bounce. Once you pop, can't stop. You need to cover them up. You do. Dude, Pal World is my vice right now. Every time I want to stop, I just can't. I really, really enjoyed Pal World when I played it. I think we should get back to it with the guys, but we'll see. Yeah, there are some onsens that allow it for sure. You just have to be really careful and understand that you're going into a different culture and just be respectful, you know. It's a bummer, though. Nice. All right. You know what I think we're going to do, honestly? I think we're going to play 82-0 again before we're done. I think we're going to switch back over to that at some point. Or one or two more spins. Because I'm sitting here thinking about it while we're playing this. This is good, though. This is fun. I got an achievement today. That was nice. Didn't expect that. All right, I'm going to do this floor. I'm going to take a chat break. Booyah. You want to say that? Okay. Okay. Spray 6 skills all day long. Wow, this is looking good in here. You guys are doing great work. The Ring camera at my parents' house just activated, and it was a flower delivery to my mom. Today's my parents' 37th anniversary, and Dad has roses delivered every year. That's so sweet, Buford. Wow, happy for them. That is adorable. My coworker legit called in today because he thought we would lose gravity today for 7 seconds. What does that mean? I'm like, yeah, we're spraying Luke's aunt and uncle off the walls. Uncle Owen. Was it Uncle Owen, Aunt Peru? Is that her name? Peru? Mark's kids are more well-traveled than he is. Millie's got some fucking work cut out for her to be able to say that. She better be a world-traveling photographer. She wants to catch up to my airline miles. Though she has got a hell of a start already. She's been all over the world already. She's been everywhere. Right now, she just wants a working bathroom, I bet. Staying in a hotel 2 weeks after moving into her apartment. Not even 2 weeks after moving into her first apartment. Ugh. Such a welcome to adulthood moment. And she's like, I'm talking to her on the phone last night, and she's like, what do I do? And I was like, you figure it out. You know? You figure it out. You talk to the landlord. You talk to your neighbors. You're on the ground in the moment, you know. And they did. Get this fucking room done soon. That's all the chairs, I believe, and that's the table. That should be a pretty done room, huh? Nice. Millie has an apartment? Oh, yeah. For about 2 weeks now. I've never voluntarily left the continental United States, minus a few trips to Puerto Rico, but that's still considered the U.S., I guess. It is. Absolutely. It's not the continental United States, but it is the United States. I'm going back home to visit this year for Christmas, and my sister and I have decided to surprise my parents with it instead of telling them. That's so cool, Drew. That is going to be... How long has it been since you've been home? That's going to be a very cool surprise. We can go Bullseye Swamp Rats on my T16 for sure. Yeah, she's an adult now. It's weird. There's a game like Librarian, but for VHS tapes. What's it called? TV archive, tidy up together. Oh, okay. Is it made by the same people as the Librarian game? Out 8/14. So in like 2 days? 3 days? 2 days? What's today? 12th? Yeah. I'll give it a shot if it's good. If it's fun. I assume it's on Steam, or is it on console? Steam, yeah. That's cool. Maybe I'll pick it up if it's any good. Although we got to get through... We'll probably play Librarian again first and get through Retro, Rewind, and probably gonna check in on our TCG shop at some point. See if there's been any updates to that game. We do still have achievements and stuff to get in that one. We're definitely not done with all of our work there. There's too many games. Too many games I only medium want to play. I really am excited. Dying for a new game to come and just fucking take my attention. Make me super excited about it. I guess that'll probably be GTA 6. So far away still, though. Emily's listening to the podcast as she's getting ready, and I keep hearing Andrew coming out of my bedroom. It's jarring. For some reason, his voice is the one that's carrying today. I don't really hear anybody else's. Nice. This is after they torched the place in episode 4. Oh, look at the little Ian. That's adorable. Oh, I love it. That's great. Uh-oh. Well, I don't know what that was. Oh, hi. I sprayed over the high. I'll leave Ian up. Sorry. That'll be the last thing we do. Great work, guys. We're at 99%. Looks like we got some... Oop. Bunch of stuff over here. There we go. All right. I'm not seeing a whole lot left. This guy, of course. Okay. And the Ian. I think that might be it. This guy. This motherfucker right here. Oh, we missed something in the kitchen. By we, I mean me. Oh, yeah. Whole fucking thing. All right, well, what do I do about you? Okay, look at that. Kitchen, kitchen, kitchen. It's still that thing. Oh, there it is. It's the cabin. Job complete. Hell yeah. Let's go to the next one. Purple Nightmare in the kitchen. I hadn't considered that, but you're absolutely right. You should check out Water Park Simulator on the Xbox game. Is it good? Water Park Simulator? Water Park Simulator. Okay. Time to clean up Garrido. Yeah, he's right here. Ugh. And you're saying there was no special one for this level to get. No droids allowed. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee Remastered is coming out. Is that a video game? Or is that a TV show? Or movie? Remastered sounds like a video game. Red and blue. All right. Do. There's a lot of Greedo. He made Cry the Muss. All right. I'm thinking about getting up and doing some chores. Gross. Pork chop sandwiches are weird. Hot or iced coffee. Well, both. But I have a hot coffee in the morning, iced coffee for the rest of the day. What is the deal with this? Ramona Shelburne has the latest on how the Lakers sale came together incredibly fast. No shit. Emily's dad just sent me this. Nice little return on investment. Only 14 months after agreeing to purchase the Lakers at a record-setting $10 billion valuation, Mark Walter is selling the team to Bob Iger and Josh Kushner for a valuation of more than $12 billion. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. What the fuck? Now, was that just a flip? Was that intended to be a flip? Or did they end up in a situation where they're like, we got to get out from under this? Or was it just like, oh, the offer came in, it's too good to be true? I would love to know. I'd love to know the why of this sale. I guess we will, probably. Or at least what we're allowed to know. What the narrative will be. 14 months. Who buys anything for $10 billion and then sells it less than 14 months later? I wonder if it was just like immediate buyer's remorse. He was like, this is not what I thought it was. Or if somebody came along and they were just like, the fucking Bob Iger was like, I'm going to make you a deal you can't refuse. Or if he was like, I'm going to buy this team, I'm going to do some work behind the scenes, and then I'm going to fucking flip it in a year or two and make a few bill. Yeah, just insane. Well, I guess we got a few more spots to get. It's almost like returning a pair of pants because they didn't fit right, you know? It's like, I tried being an NBA owner on for size. Yeah. What's one food you could eat every week for the rest of your life? I don't know. Burgers, fruit. I could eat just about anything every week for the rest of my life if I like it. Mark gets it. Losing LeBron and gaining $2 billion. They didn't lose LeBron. They cut LeBron loose. Steak fajitas are good. Nobody in Gotham City should ever have to pay rent or die hungry. Gotta wait for the main mechanic. After a hot dog year, you need a few months break. For sure. For sure. But there are things that I like way more than hot dogs in my life. The only reason the hot dog thing even came up is because it's a food I can't say no to. But it's a food I never crave. I'm never like, oh, I could go for a hot dog right now. I'm like, oh, is that a hot dog? I'll fucking take a hot dog. You know what I mean? So if it's a food that I actively crave, like cheese enchiladas, I don't know that I would ever get tired of the Josie's enchiladas from Maudie's in Austin. I could eat that every day for the rest of my life probably and never get sick of it. That's a food that I think about. I crave all the time. Not all the time, but I think about Maudie's once a week probably. I'll probably eat it once a week. Been going there since 1998, maybe. Gus doesn't like it. That makes me like it even more. Best food spots in Austin. Too many to count. You guys want a song of the day, though? I gotta be honest, I've been off music for a while because I'm listening to books. By the way, I'm listening to this book, Between Two Fires, by Christopher Buehlman. Have any of you guys read Between Two Fires by Christopher Buehlman? That's my listen while I'm doing cards or puzzling thing instead of podcast slot right now. It is a dark and depressing but fantastic book. So I'm going to have to go back a bit to find an old song because I haven't added any in a while. High Tide in Alaska by Native Nod. High Tide in Alaska by Native Nod. High Tide in Alaska by Native Nod. Guess Jeff might have been converted on audiobooks. I think Jeff was converted on audiobooks, Mark. I think I was. I just am. Well, we'll see how long. But I'm in a period where I like to listen to stuff while I'm doing. I like to hear more than watch, and so usually music. But I also want to. I don't know. Sometimes you want something a little less passive, and so that's why I really started to go hard into podcasting and went into. Like everybody I did, I started at true crime, got burned out on that, went to comedy, got burned out, but also just worried. Like, I don't want to listen to a bunch of comedy podcasts while I make a comedy podcast, if that makes any sense. I live in fear of being unintentionally influenced or inspired by, and then lifting ideas without realizing it. And so I try to, and also you like, I don't know, not really, like comedy podcasts lose their appeal when you do one all day long. And so then it was all sports for a really long time because I'm off news. I'm off politics for hopefully the rest of my life. I'm not going back. So it was sports, but you got to take breaks from that, and especially after a couple of years of nonstop. And between basketball season, when it's just like pre-football and all they're doing is talking about which quarterbacks are going to be worth it, and just baseless speculation on how NBA teams are going to do, it's just, you got to do something else. And so the audiobooks really fill that gap for me right now. And it makes me feel like I'm making progress on reading books without having to, my eyes be the holdup. And so, at least for now, we'll see what happens when the NBA season starts and I need to start listening to sports podcasts on a regular basis again. Probably cut into it, but I'm going to enjoy it while I have it. The enthusiasm for it. A lot of the problems I've had is the hands gun, by the way, I think. A lot of the problems I had with it in the past have not been present at this time around. Like, I'm able to maintain my focus, and I'm doing a little bit of rewinding here and there for certain stuff, but mostly it's because I want to make sure I heard something properly. So yeah, it's been really nice. And that's how I'm going to read the third Horus book. After Between Two Fires. Well, right now I'm reading Therist, the physical book. And then for listening, it's this Between Two Fires. But I've only got about 6 hours left. And then I'm going to move on to book 3 of Horus, which I think I already bought. And I'm going to transition my Horusing over to audio. I'm bummed about old Horus. Yeah, fuck Erebus, of course. Kind of fuck Horus too, though, I mean, isn't it on, as much as Erebus sucks, isn't it kind of on Horus for falling for it? He was allowed to make a choice between the wolves and his buddy or whatever, and Sejanus or whatever, when he's in the warp. He made his choice. He allowed himself to be swayed by ego and a desire for personal gain and adulation, I think, Horus is a victim. Is he? Erebus is the catalyst for 90% of all hate in Warhammer. For sure. I had nothing good to say about Erebus. I think he's the worst. But, Horus made his decision. To be fair, the God Emperor isn't without blame as well. Of course. There's blame to go around. I'm just saying Horus isn't without blame either. He was faced with, both options. And he made an informed decision. He sniffed out the truth of it all, Do you watch Pancreas No Work? I don't know what that is. I prefer reading a physical book as well. Must love tacos, but it's helping me get through. It's faster to listen to a book than physically read one, and especially if you can do it while riding a bike or sorting baseball cards or washing the dishes. And so it's just really extended my ability lately to get through books I want to read, because it's a pile of books that grows larger every year that I just do not make enough progress on. I'm getting buried slowly in my life by books I want to read. And so any way I can eke out a few more off the list, it's really helpful in that for sure. Being able to consume books while doing other things is such a joy. It really is. It feels like a cheat, It feels like a literature cheat. I'm glad I've been able to connect with it this time. I'm glad I tried it again, So you got to keep trying stuff. Except for sour cream and cottage cheese. You got to keep trying stuff every few years just in case. Those two you don't ever have to try again. You don't ever have to try mayonnaise again. Definitely don't have to. If you don't like sour cream, you don't have to try it every 5 years. It'll never get better. But some things, like audiobooks, do. Rarest sport card you have? Rarest? Well, I got a couple of Marcus Smart 101s. I got a Randy Arozarena 101. I got a few 101s, maybe 10 different 101s. Nothing crazy valuable, Rarest. There's hard to get rarer than a 101. I got a lot of vintage cards over here in my big collection. I don't know. Rare is an interesting question. Listening to the audiobook while reading along is a cool idea. I like that. Do you have a goal on how many books you want to finish before the end of the year? Not at all. No. I don't give a shit. I have no goal. I just want to make progress. I used to do the 52 books in a year thing. I did that in the 3 years in a row, 3.5 years, maybe 2.5 years, 3.5. I can't remember which. And I got burned out. And then when the pandemic hit, I just stopped reading altogether. The pandemic killed books for me. Or it changed the way I read. It definitely dramatically changed the way I read. And it's just been forever altered. I used to read, 52 books a year when I was doing the challenge, but in an average year, I'd probably say I read about 30 books in a year without thinking or trying. And then after the pandemic, I think it took me 2.5 years to read The Castle. But I loved every second of it, and I was reading it the entire time. And then I did the same thing with the next book I read, A Hero of Our Time. Took about 18 months to read that one, and loved every second of it, and got into this whole thing where just like living with a story for an indefinite and lengthy amount of time I found to be really rewarding. And I don't know. They're just a loud talker. They're just enthusiastic. That's all. I'm not even sorry. It is fun to do a challenge like that, though. But I don't know. Once you've done it a few times, it's you can do it, Worst book genre. I don't have one. I like all genres. I don't read a lot of romance, but that's never been my thing. But I've read probably every other book genre. And I don't, yeah, I don't dislike any genre, I don't think. Jeff loves his smut books. If I wanted to, I'd be set. I have about 130 episodes of Clutch My Pearls recommendations. I did write one. And only read stuff with romance. Nothing wrong with that. It's the book talk is the it's the new movement. It's fucking cool to see, honestly. Really cool to see. It's awesome to see how much enthusiasm there is for reading. All right, the AT-AT. Is this the next one we got to do a... Complete the AT-AT job without using any soap. Okay. If you guys can hear me, please don't... And you're in here, please don't use soap. I don't even remember how to use soap, so it won't be a problem for me. Wait a minute. I gotta take a second to take in the fact that I'm on Hoth. Cleaning an AT-AT. Like, that's ridiculous. Genuinely ridiculous. Oh, yeah, let's just take the ladder all the way. I don't think Emily really liked Heated Rivalry, the show. I think she watched an episode or two, but it didn't grab her. So I'm not sure. She might have, and I'm just mistaken on that. But I don't think she did, so I don't know if she's excited. I don't know if it's season 2 is on her radar. It hasn't come up. She's been reading a lot of books lately, though. She just read Devil in the White City again. She'd already read it before. And I see the way they don't want you to use... See why they don't want you to use soap. It's sticky. She just read one called Yesterday Land, I think. It's a pretty popular one, about to be a movie with Anne Hathaway, I think. I'm not sure what she's reading right this second. She might be between books right now. She was looking for like a John Grisham or something to read, she was saying. She's currently reading more than I've ever seen her read since we've been together, though. It's cool. Everybody's reading right now. Everybody's reading more. You love to see it. Oh, I'm in this thing. Great. I didn't even know that was over here. Woo! Did it drop me off? Or am I still attached? Oh, he's on it now. Okay. Got his little toesies. You get your little toesies. Oh, yeah, there's some sticky yuckies on here. For sure. That's all right, though. We don't need soap, just a little bit of elbow grease. We'll get it off. Soap is a crutch. What's up, Moore? Hoopla for audiobooks, they say. I grew up in Florida. No such thing for me, says Manslayer Mike. There are so many books I just can't get into, and I'm not going to force myself to read something I'm not enjoying. And you shouldn't, Marnette. You absolutely shouldn't. I have the opposite problem. There are so many books that I can get into. I would say, like, I genuinely get into probably 19 out of 20 books I read, if not even a little bit more. It's pretty hard for me to find a book I don't like. Very rarely do I DNF a book. My problem is I like books too much. I just don't have the time and focus to read them as much as I would like to. So my mom went through a phase in her life where that's all she did was read. That's all I could think about. I'd think about her reading. And she was constantly... She still reads a lot. She reads more than I ever will. But it's not quite to the effect it was. There was a couple, maybe a decade there where, man, she was just burning through books. She and my aunt are both always reading, but not nearly to the extent that she used to. I don't think. She does a lot more like cross-stitch and stuff these days. Okay. You own so many books that you've only ever read once. Pretty rare that I would read a book twice. I just feel like there's so many great books and there's so little time. And to read a book twice means I probably read another book. There's another book out there in the universe that I don't read because of it, you know? So it's got to be a really good book to make me want to read it again. Because it's taking a slot from learning something new or discovering something new. I'm not used to hearing Emily stomp around so late in the morning. She's going into work late today. It's nice. It's nice to hear the background noise. Whoa. I didn't mean to get on that. All right, got your little toesies. Pretty much done. There you go. Get on your toes. Stomp, stomp, stomp. It's the fun of having a 100-year-old pier and beam house is you hear every movement in the house. What book have you reread the most? I don't know. Probably some Three Investigators books. Probably something to Millie. I used to read the Three Investigators to Millie a lot. Frog and Toad, I read to her a bunch. Definitely a book like that, probably. For myself, I don't know. I can't think of... There's a couple of Raymond Chandler books, a couple of Dash Hama books I've read a few times, but... Catch Me Too I've read twice, I think. ...1984 4 or 5 times. I've read 1984 one time. I've read 20,000 Weeks Under the Sea... 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea at least 10 times. A lot of people married to Emily's these days. Long time to be under the sea. Where'd it go? Motherfucker. All right, I'm going to focus on this. Just this spot. All right. Feels like 42%. We're almost halfway there. It's mostly been these guys. I've been doing more talking than spraying. What's everybody going to do today? I'm excited to have a rest of today because I haven't really plotted anything out outside of this. I got so much done yesterday. I have to do some thumbnails for Nick, but I got so much done yesterday that I have a lot more free time today. There's a bunch of stuff I wanted to do at the office, but I already got it all prepped. And then I'll just probably do it Friday because I'm going to be there all day anyway. It'll give me something to do in the downtime between recordings. So I shouldn't do that. Which has left me a lot of opportunity today. Maybe work on the Jeff store some. Need to do some promo for that. Make some TikToks or Instagrams about it. Try to sell some t-shirts. Figure out if I have any regulation work I can do. Or maybe there's a house project I could work on. It's definitely about 90 minutes of thumbnail work for Nick I got to do today. Maybe not 90. Maybe that's an exaggeration. Maybe 60, 45, 60. Hard to get up in here, huh? A little bit. Probably have to get up under it with a platform, I would imagine. Do a lot here with this, though. Jeff, did you ever think Star Wars would be big enough for you to watch the Emperor's cars? That's a great fucking question, honestly. Star Wars was by far the biggest entertainment property of my childhood and in the world as far as I understood it. At least in my purview as a child. Throughout my entire childhood, it was the holy... Fuck. Get up there. It was the Holy Grail, right? Okay. It was the Holy Grail. And so I couldn't envision an entertainment property bigger. But no, I also like the idea of additional Star Wars content. I mean, I was jumping for joy when we got like the way people get excited for a Star Wars cartoon, like Clone Wars or something that come out now. That's how I felt when we got like Star Wars Teddy Grams. It was like, fuck, there's something else with Star Wars on it we can get our hands on. But that being said, no. I don't think I could have conceived of a video of a movie or an entertainment property bleeding into other areas like this and allowing this kind of opportunity or access. No. I think it would have broken my little brain. Genuinely. Do you watch any of the animated Star Wars series? A little bit, here and there. Like right when they first came out. But not enough to remember a single thing about it. Was it the Denny Tartovsky one? I think I watched some of that. Whatever that was. Or Jenny, whatever his name is. The Samurai Jack guy. I no longer have I realize I'm saying this on top of a AT-AT. I have a tremendous amount of affection and love and fandom for what I'm doing. For the Star Wars of my childhood. But the newer stuff, it just doesn't resonate with me as much in a way that makes me excited about it. And I don't think that's not any kind of a judgment call on it. I think it's just that, like, you like the thing that you were introduced to as a kid. And so if you were introduced to The Phantom Menace as a kid, you like that. And if you were introduced to the original trilogy as a kid, you like that. And I was an original trilogy kid. So for me, Empire Strikes Back is the height of Star Wars. And Jedi was really good, but Empire's probably one of my 3 favorite movies of all time. And so I still have that same level of reverie that I've always had my entire life for these 3 and an appreciation for everything that came after, but not a excitement or pull, or it doesn't grab me in the way that standing on top of an AT-AT still feels. I feel something, even as a grown-up, you know, a little bit of childhood joy and excitement and wonderment peeks out when you're like, I can't believe I'm standing on the head of an AT-AT right now. Like, it's ludicrous. And it looks good and it feels real. And that's cool. And I guess I still have, like, you know, my enthusiasm and my excitement for the things that excited me as a kid, which would be this version of Star Wars. Why do you think Empire was such a good second film where most other second... I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's true either. Godfather 2 is one of the greatest films ever made, right? I don't think anybody thinks Godfather 1 or 3 is better than it. Maybe 1, but certainly not 3. I think Empire was the best to me because I don't know, man. Hoth was cool. The Tauntauns were cool. The AT-ATs and the ATSTs were cool. Cloud City was fucking awesome. You find out that Darth Vader is Luke's father. He fucking gets his hand cut off. All is lost. It's dark. Empire is dark. It's a depressing, dark film where you're not sure things are going to work out. It's great. I like every second of it. Jeff, you should watch the fan film Vader 2 by Star Wars Theory on YouTube. 20-minute fan-made feature featuring Vader, the 501st, and Mace Windu. Say, like, Mace Windu right there. I don't give a shit about Mace Windu. That's like, it's not my Star Wars. I tried to get excited about it. So I probably wouldn't want to watch that. I don't know. I got excited about the Obi-Wan miniseries on Apple Plus, so I watched that, but I got turned off to it by precocious young Leia, and I was really excited for the fight between him and Darth Vader, and I got to it, and I watched it, and I don't know, it just didn't. I don't know how else to describe it. It just didn't grab me. I wanted it to. I put myself in a position for it, and it just didn't do it. I don't know. I don't think it's anything wrong with the source material. I think it's just me. But the original trilogy does a great job of being a complete story. You're right about that. Well, I can't believe it's getting that pretty well from over here, actually. Not too shabby. Okay. I was on the head earlier. Lots to do over here still. It's such a monumental thing to buy a sports franchise. You're talking about billions upon billions of dollars. I can't imagine the legal involved, the lawyers, it's got to be like moving mountains. I know how hard it was to buy my this fucking house. That was almost impossible. And that's not a 78-year-old premier sports franchise in, arguably one of the three most valuable. And so to sell it again almost immediately, it's mind-boggling. I'd love to know the why of it all. The why and the how. You got to get approval by the NBA Board of Commissioners and all the other all that stuff. Like, there's so much that goes into it. I assume. I've never bought an NBA. I've never bought any sports franchise, for that matter. So I guess I technically don't know. Maybe it's shockingly easy and little to no paperwork to buy an entire franchise. I don't know. I'm going to guess that's not the case, but must admit personal ignorance on the matter. was laying down. Wonder what the administrative fees are to do something like that. You know? You got to pay, like, down payments and security deposits and earnest money. And, like, how does it work? There must be some sort of, like, a option period. Yeah. Nuts. I gotta imagine they're gonna make the fucking money back on Luka jerseys alone, though. One would assume. Yep. Droids are to Star Wars as house elves are to Harry Potter. That's true. Bunch of evil, rich old white dudes hanging around a log table. Probably. Essentially, yeah. I mean, I think you've pretty much nailed it. The attention to detail with the frost forming on the clean parts is very satisfying. It's very cool. It's such a cool. All right, well, I don't know if we'll finish this or not, but pretty close. Let me get up on here. What time is it? 10:57? Maybe we will finish it. I don't think we'll be playing this tomorrow. I think we'll go back to... Oh, wait, we're not playing tomorrow. Next time we play, probably go back to retro after appreciating the day off, the break. Man, that's a lot of pink still. A whole lot of pink still. Jeez Louise. A lot of nooks and crannies on an AT-AT. You don't think about it, but there are. There really are. I don't know that we're going to finish this bad boy today or not. We got a 97%. Feels close, but looking at it, seems like there's a lot left to go. Ah, up top goo. That makes sense. Nice. Not quite reaching that. Is it reaching that? Is it reaching that? It is. Kinda. It's hard to aim. What are y'all ever considered? Have y'all ever considered doing supplemental break shows to make up for missed Mondays? Nah. Not really. The break shows like do it most weeks, but doesn't need to be an every week show. It might be seasonal at some point too. I might have to take a break from it to kind of reorient it and reorganize it, figure out next steps with it. But no, I've not considered doing supplementals to fill in the weeks we don't do it. Okay, gotcha. Wish I could go under. I can't really get to any of it from here. Get to that. Sorry, just see here. Oh, I got a cameo. Nice. Inner side armor, cockpit panel, cockpit targeting computer armor. Okay. Let me see if I can get to that. It looks like you've got it from where you are. Well, maybe I didn't. I did need to be up there. Ah, nailed it. Perfect. Good job. All right, let's enjoy the scene. That'll be our last clean of the day. Nice little break. Took a little side mission. Make sure we got the achievement. We got a few achievements, looks like. Complete AT-AT. Complete AT-AT job without using soap. Complete Mos Eisley. Yeah, hell yeah. Excellent. I think we will, in that case, wrap the day up with one more. Chat's going off. Oops, not that. Jeff? No, I'm good there. Okay. Here we go. Final round. Thank you so much for playing with me and cleaning stuff with me. You guys are awesome. Houston in the 90s. Well, I think we're clearly taking Akeem. We don't even have to think about it. Houston in the 70s. We're taking Elvin. Can't. Can we? Yeah. Take Elvin Hayes at power forward. That's a brutal combo. Talk about Twin Towers. And then Boston in the 90s again. We'll do Larry Bird. And then Utah in the 90s. I will take John Stockton as my point guard. Not a fan of him off the court, but hell of a point guard. And then Philadelphia, we're gonna go Jimmy Buckets. And that's going to put us at 74-8, our best game of the day. 74-8, it's not bad. That's our record to beat on stream. We'll keep trying to beat it from time to time. Hopefully we can get to 82-0 at some point. Hell of a team. Thank you to everybody who has hung out with me this morning and did a little spray washing, did a little sports prognostication, did a little... because the Lakers got sold less than 14 months after being sold. Hope everybody has a fantastic Tuesday. Treat yourselves well. Be nice to yourself. Be nice to each other. Don't forget to listen to the Regulation Podcast. Don't forget that I will be back with... actually, I'm not here on the stream Friday. Friday's stream, Regulation stream, will be at 4:01 or 4 p.m. Central Time to 5:01, the best time of the week. It'll be the other guys, not me this week. I'm gonna go see my kid. But definitely tune in at 4 p.m. to the Regulation Twitch channel. And have a great fucking day. Maybe an illegal stream. Maybe not. See you later. Bye.